Hey, might help if I had my microphone on, right? This is yours truly, Bobby Gaines, Chaos Blur, here with Retro Request Party, episode 18, live as always, right here with a bunch of random Sega Genesis and Super Nintendo games. Of course, I just had kind of the demo loop on. In fact, I still have it on for Sonic the Hedgehog Spinball on Sega Genesis, and I hope my sound is coming in all right along with the video. And that's one of the games we might see today, maybe not. Hey, Spidey, wow, you're here already. All right, excellent. So, this is episode 18 of Retro Request Party. Before we get started, I just want to talk about how great episode 17 was with the Super Nintendo Mini and just all the games we played. 4 hours of retro gaming. You don't get much better than that. Honestly and truly, probably one of the most fun streams I've ever done, maybe the most fun I've done. Just a lot of good friends from far and wide checking it out for parts of it. And, this isn't going to be 4 hours. This is going to be more of the traditional, down to earth, regular old cartridges games. And actually, kind of a funny thing I was just thinking about game ratings and how games are rated. I'm going to turn this light off now. Games are rated like, E for everyone, T for teen, M for mature these days. Well, back in the 90s, and I completely forgot about this, games used to have ratings like K to A, kid to adult. So this is how long I go back. And again, these are retro cartridges, all of them. They will be running through my Retron 5, which, for those of you who don't know, looks something like this. Can run a variety of different games from the Genesis, Super Nintendo, Nintendo, Game Boy Advance, on and on and on. Actually, the Famicom, I never used that feature. I really should probably try that, because I could probably find some Famicom games, which is, of course, the Japanese Nintendo, and supposedly it'll play them. I'm sure there's some good gems that I just don't know of because they weren't released in the US, but that's a story for another day. Looks like we have 2 viewers, which is astounding. So, for those of you who have never been in a retro request party, and of course I know that doesn't apply to you, Spidey, basically I put 4 or 5 games on the screen, and you vote for them. Now, this episode is called Lovable Losers, and it's called that for a reason. Every game in today's episode will be a game that appeared as a choice on a retro request episode but wasn't voted for. So, these are games that I thought were pretty good, but they just did not end up getting played. So every game today will be a new one in terms of not seeing it streamed. We have seen it on the selection panel. And for the first vote, because we do apparently have two voters, and in the event of a tie, yours truly may or may not break it. For the first round, we have The Jungle Book on Sega Genesis. We have Cybernoid, the Fighting Machine for the Nintendo Entertainment System. We have Spider-Man, Mysterious Menace for Game Boy Advance. Real Monsters on Sega Genesis, and Kim Possible 3 on Game Boy Advance. All games that have been in past episodes but did not win the vote. So let's see which of these lovable losers will get first crack at my Lovable Losers episode 18 special. And while I do that, I will just take out the game cartridge, since for now we're not going to need Sonic Spinball either way. And this, I should mention that this will be one of the episodes that has 4 rounds. So there'll be a 5th wildcard round. So don't fret if you're having trouble picking a game now. There could be a chance to pick it again. So yeah, those are the 5 that have, like I said, they've appeared in episodes but never got the chance to go on the Retron 5 itself, which is, of course, this little guy right here. So right now, no cartridges inserted. What could be inserted? Well, that's completely up to you guys and girls. Kim Possible. I do enjoy Kim Possible. Kim Possible. Do 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 do. Just watching that TV movie the other day. Not the live one. The drama. It looks like that's going to be the winner. We do have 2 viewers. I don't know who our other viewer is, so I might just leave the choices on the screen another little bit while I wait for this to boot up. Not just Kim Possible, because I should mention there is a game. Actually, this is Kim Possible 3, so they made 3 Kim Possible games on the Game Boy Advance. The first one is absolutely terrible. I have it. I actually considered playing it just for the heck of it, because it's really, the graphics are good, but the game is terrible. But this game is actually pretty good. This is Kim Possible 3. It's called Team Possible, which is actually based on an episode of the show. But I don't think this. The funny thing is, I don't believe this game has anything to do with that episode. I think Draken's the main villain, and I think you fight Monkey Fist and some other familiar faces. I honestly don't know. We're about to find out. I always thought it was kind of a weird name for the game, because Team Possible, I think they appear in the game, but they're not the main villain. Stitch in Time was a great movie. So out of the 3 Kim Possible games, this to me was the best one. And if I remember, I don't know if this was anything great, but wow, listen to that theme song. that was something, huh? Say, this is not a very long game at all. I see we lost a viewer just from booting this up. Yeah, graphics were pretty good in this, I thought. I'm trying to remember how to play this now. Of course, I started like in the middle of the game. Just for the heck of it. Continue. Story mode. See if there's a way to just go to start like a new game just so I can get a hang of it. For once, I actually want the stupid tutorials. I think we were on Draken's space station there. Yeah, I'm only 4% into the game here, so this should be something. Alright, so this, I think we're trying to find Monkey Fist. Oh yeah, there's certain times you have to switch to the one of the other characters. Come on, Ron. Ron, get over here. Okay, that shows you the map. Alright, got grappling hook, punching. Alright. How do I switch to Ron? Oh, wait a minute. Maybe controls. Possibly, I never played that game, but actually that does sound like an interesting time as well. I always like Teen Titans. Perhaps I need Ron. Where's my Ron button? Oh, it was actually on time and ready 14 minutes ago. Well, where are you? Why weren't you here for the vote? This is why you don't skip the tutorials. Get over here, Ron. Start punching in the face. Does look like a GBA crab bag. Now, this is actually a game I voluntarily bought as a big Kim Possible fan. See, I'm a little lost here because I kind of started this game from the middle, or not the beginning. What the heck are the controls of this game? Sound, yes. Music, yes. Those are my options. Okay, select button. Alright, select button switches me to Ron. Ron looks way too happy right now. Switch to Kim. Wade, what's next? It looks like I located your other gadgets, Kim. Hey, wait a second. They're moving. Brilliant, Wade. Fixing our gadgets with little legs so they come running to us. But all while we wait and relax. Ah, Rufus can finally work on his tan. Ron, Rufus is always working on his tan. He's a naked mole rat. Guys, the gadgets can't move on their own. The monkey ninjas are stealing your equipment. This is so not the vacation. Come on, Ron. No sunbathing today. Ah. This is like Donkey Kong climbing the vines. It's a beat 'em up where you play all. Let's see, that does sound kind of fun. It really is Donkey Kong. Back to Kim. I gotta get her over here. Ah, your monkey kung fu is no match for my hitting of the B button. Oh, geez. All right, yeah. Boom. Just not jump as far as I thought you would. Funny thing is, we would have been doing similar things when we played the Jungle Book game, so we're kind of knocking two things out of the way here. Plus, we get monkey ninjas now. I don't remember this. This game is not particularly hard. I remember that. I guess Ron's just lost forever. So, screw him. Ow. Oh god, it's not. This is actually playable. Well, I don't know how to get her onto the jump the way I want here. Doesn't move. Here, grappling hook it. Okay, that was great. That's intuitive. That was not very smooth at all. Oh, great, I gotta get Ron again. Where the hell's he? Alright, Ron, let's stop wasting our times. Kim could barely do this. I don't see Ron doing it. Use the monkey kung fu! Well, anything's possible for a possible. Oh, Ron just went for an unasked for a swim. Ow. Well, you know, Christy Carlson Romano's held up pretty well. She posted a few pictures of herself on Instagram, and I'll say I wasn't hating it. This is such a guy show now. Trying to bring in new viewers. Alright, that ain't gonna work. How do I get to where Kim is? Kim, the monkey ninjas are scattering through the jungle. You'll have to catch them one at a time. One at a time? We can so handle those odds. The closest gadget is near the ancient temple of Azamatli. Might be. Bless you, you're pretty much. No, Azamatli means monkey. For some reason she knows that, as in temple of the monkey. As in monkey fist. Yeah, it's something. They're really painted over. You'll have to find a way inside. So not the drama. Wait, that's not all. I'm also detecting pressure plates inside the temple. Booby traps? Maybe, but they might also change the environment to your advantage, so use them carefully. Social media viewership at an all-time lows. How do you figure? Two people is usually my record. I think that saves my game or whatever. Hey, if I get 2 or 3 viewers, I'm about right. Oh, here we go. Time for action. Oh, this is kind of cool. All right. I remember her having the rocket skates. This is actually pretty good. It's better than the Lion King part that does this. Disney learned their lesson with that one. Music's good. It's just like we'd imagine from the show. Just trust me when I say this is much better than the other Kim Possible game. I never played the second one, but I played the first one, and it is awful. Oh, I missed. There was something up there. I was probably supposed to get that. Apparently it's okay, because she's celebrating. Celebrate decent times. Come on. She just kind of looked at the camera like, yeah, what are you doing? What's your problem? Oh, there's Ron. No, wrong way. Oh, was that the PS2 game where she switches places with Shigo? I have not played that. I don't know if it's any good, other than the story sounds kind of good, but... Ah, shit, I screwed this up. What I'm supposed to hit when that, what do you call it, comes on? The, communicator. Oh, okay. Oh, they switch. Okay, for some reason I thought it was Kim and Chigo that switched. Isn't there a similar plot to that in the actual show where Ron was evil? I don't know if there's got to be a way for her to slide or something. I don't know, like, what her moveset is. Only like 3 buttons on a Game Boy Advance. There's got to be a way to slide under that. Or do I just grab it? Really? No, this is awkward as hell. That still does. Oh, okay, okay. Yeah, that was interesting. Rufus. How the hell do I play as Rufus? Okay, well, there's Ron. Does Ron, like, activate Rufus? Oh, really? Okay, I'm playing as Rufus. I can't play as Rufus to fight the monkey guy. And now, Dragon. Alright, that's kind of cool. You can play as him. Oh, I gotta fight the monkey guy as Ron, too? Oh, no, the music just changed. I'm coming, Kim. That's what Ron would say right there. Ow. Alright, what's up? Showtime, Rufus. Oh, boy, cheese! It's naked mole rat powered. Okay, go back home now. Did your job. Kim's like, my hair looks fabulous. It's funny, when you're playing these on like a portable console, this is like actually fairly fun, but when you're playing it on a big TV and you're limited to just punches and kicks, oh, that looks painful. What the heck? Monkey Fist never had one of those. It's the Monkey Materializer. El Monkey Materializer. Alright, I destroyed it by hitting it a lot. No, I need Rufus again. Ron looks so cheerful. Look at him go. So happy. Oh, God. Forgot about that. Oh, yeah. Oh, they actually have the voice in there. This game, like, both is about as good as I remember it and maybe isn't as good as I remember it. Like I said, playing it on the Game Boy Advance seems a lot more fun than... I don't know, I feel like there are much better options, but... I mean, I do love Kim Possible as a character. Yeah, I remember that, because Ron's master plan was to steal all the Knocko's in the world. Booyah! Yeah, that's recorded for all time now. Oh, jeez. Oh, that's a snake. I actually do remember that snake from the Monkey Fist episode. It took place on a Freaky Friday. It's a different Disney movie, but I appreciate the reference. Blaze Fielding. Kinda, yeah. Like that face she makes when she's going down the rope. Ah, rope burn. Ow. Literal rope burn. Oh, monkey time. Ow. That one just came right out of the freaking porta potty thing. Just punched me right in the face. About adding insult to monkey. Monkeys. Stop monkeying around. Yeah, I said it. Oh, Streets of Rage 4. That's a game I gotta play again. Now that I actually know how to beat it. Oh, it's this guy again. Snake Man. Yeah, of course I need freaking Ron. I don't even need Ron for Ron. I need Ron for the freaking rat. Ron himself is really not doing a whole heck of a lot here. How's Kim gonna get through that door? To say I can't jump on these things. Well, Rufus can get under there. think I just killed Rufus. I think I just killed Rufus. I gotta go get Kim again. I gotta bring Kim all the way back here to open that door. Dang it. Can you do anything right? I don't know if I can get back there. I gotta be able to... I think as you go in this game, you unlock more abilities. Her hair should so be on fire. Her hair should again be on fire. Big time. Of course, that time. I don't know how the heck I'm supposed to open that door. Oh, it's right here. Really? Jeez, Ron, what do you do right? I mean, I'm just kidding. I love Ron in the show, but... somehow he's unscathed from that. Just don't ask questions. Look at the look they give Kim. Seriously, Ron? You need my help right now? Seriously? Come on. Streets of Rage 1. Yeah, there's actually quite a few. I've heard there may even be more downloadable content for it. Actually, it's funny. John Lee, or somebody that I might know, was telling me that he played Streets of Rage 1 and really liked it. Oh, Kim's dead. Oh, come on. Ron's still alive, right? Yeah, we don't need Kim. She's just the star of the show. Let's get Rufus. It's alright. We'll worry about Kim later. Alright, well. Rufus can take all of one hit. Kim's alive somehow. That's fine with me. Back here again. I didn't even see, like, me lose a life. Kayfabe. Pretty much. K-fabulous over here. What do I need Rufus for exactly? I seem to be perfectly fine at doing this as Kim. This music starts to not be as action-packed the longer you hear it. Yeah, I know I kind of just left Ron hanging, but... Oh, that doesn't look good. Alright, let's do a save point here. And I believe that will bring Ron back to my side. There we go. That would be nice, especially since one of them, and I didn't even realize this, well, I mean, you do unlock his Streets of Rage 2 form, but one of them is Max from Streets of Rage 2. Just reimagined. Kim there has not until now, so congratulations for getting on that bandwagon as fast as you could. I don't know what the little blue orbs do. I'm guessing they're good. I want those. I just want to get my gadgets back. All I got is my grappling gun, which hasn't really done me a lot of good. There's something floating there. It says I need Ron, though. Alright, Ron. You're up. The ninja... Yeah, that is true. And you unlock his Streets of Rage 3 model, but I'd like to unlock his Streets of Rage 4 model. Monkey guys respawn. Monkeys? Why did it have to be monkeys? Oh, what did I just get? Oh, Ron's got rocket shoes? Alright. I'll buy that. Yeah, I don't know what she was from. Oh, that's kind of cool. Alright. Oh, Ron's actually kind of useful now. Peace out, Kim. I'm the star of the show now. What? I just started a puzzle game now. Really? Wait, I can't... I'm trying to rotate it to the right place to... this is kind of weird. Alright. We're just going to go ahead and play a puzzle game. It'll be interesting to see if they make a Streets of Rage 5. I mean, the game was really successful, but then again, Sonic Mania was really successful, and I'm still waiting for a successor to that. I hope it comes comes back. I think there's something novel about when they bring back the series after 20-something years, but then usually the hype doesn't continue after that, so I'm hoping it does in this case. I digress. I like how this minigame just kind of started. It's like, alright, well, you're doing this now. There you go. That's how you beat the Monkey Temple, I guess. Did I unlock a picture of Ron and Kim from kindergarten? I don't even know what I did there. Stupid snake. Take that. Yeah, Crash 4 looks freaking amazing. I'm probably going to stream that, like, from day one. That's one of the few games I'll be getting this year, like, from the day it comes out. I mean, I'm glad that it looks like they're sticking to the Crash Insane formula without doing too much. It's not the same makers, which I was a little disappointed by, but whoever's making it is staying very true to the formula, which I like. And I like the new, like, power-ups and stuff. I don't know, everything I saw I was impressed with. And there's like enough new material that it looks like it's going to be an all-new game and not just more of the same stuff. So I'm hoping for even more worlds, maybe like a carnival world or something. I don't know, they showed off some pretty cool stuff. I'm hoping there'll be new stuff you can ride, like the animals and the vehicles that you could always ride in the old games. I'm sure there'll be like that level or two that's like impossibly hard, like the Bridge to Nowhere, whatever it's called. Like there'll be some ridiculous level like that, although I kind of hope not, but it wouldn't be a complete Crash Bandicoot game without that. Alright, so I need Kim now. Toys for Bob, I have heard of them. Yeah, you know, I never played the Spyro Remastered. Was it any good? Because I just never got into Spyro in general, but I guess if you like those games, then obviously the remaster would be good. I would check it out if it went down in price a little bit more, because it is 3 games in 1, which alone is a good value. But I don't know, I never got into the Spyro games for some reason. It's like the one platformer I did not get as much into. I say, I thought you could wall kick in this. You know, why you couldn't do that until just now. It's kind of a cool mechanic how they have the characters like work together, so like you go back and forth. I think what Spyro was, what little of it I played, both the original and the remastered, was I'm just kind of walking around a lot, wondering where to go. Like it's not like Crash Bandicoot where you know where to go. Like it's like, okay, you start in this like castle, whatever, but then like what's your next goal? The game, at least when I played it, was not clear on that, and as you guys know, I don't have the most patience with those kind of things. This game is longer than I thought, because this is only like the first level. We didn't even start from the beginning of the first level. But I think there's only like 4 or 5 levels in the whole game. And I don't think these are based on any actual Kim Possible episodes, other than maybe the Team Possible one. I think these are just generic plots. Oh, there's the monkey. Oh, that's Monkey Fist. It isn't the cheerleader. You can't stop me, Kim Possible. I've already procured the jade statues of whatever that word is. I want my Nana's Family album back, Monkey Fist. Oh, that's why I got a picture. Oh, that thing. Well, you can't have that either. Then I guess that means I'll take them both. Booyah! Oh, that is so rank. Was that a smoke bomb or a stink bomb? Either way, it's gonna take me a week to wash that funk out of my clothes. I can still track the album. Monkey Fist is going up the waterfall with his monkey ninjas. Monkeys. I think we got it covered. We'll just follow the monkeys, right, Rufus? You bet! Actually isn't bad as far as like licensed platformers go. I mean, it's not like winning any awards, but it's pretty playable. I don't mind the taste. Yeah, punch that snake. Punch that snake. All right. The music just changed. It's all relaxing now. Whoa, okay, that wasn't very nice. I hope those are just bananas he's throwing at me. Astro Boy 1 on Game Boy Advance. On the trail, I usually drop kicks. Oh, that's an alligator. Astro Boy. No, I have not played Astro Boy on Game Boy Advance. Sounds pretty good though. I did not get that in my grab bag. We're almost at the end of the level here. I heard it's good. It was made by Treasure. Probably good. Ah, seriously? This part kind of reminds me of a Crash Bandicoot game. And now we're back to feeling like the Lion King game. Oh, shoot. Oh, I got lucky on that. Oh, I did not get lucky on... Oh, I got lucky on that. Okay, we're back. Yeah, Treasure makes some pretty good platforming games. Yeah, the music in general is kind of repetitive, but at least it changed from before. Apparently I just jumped through water. She can do anything like jump through water. And except for that time. I think I need Ron here with the rocket shoes. I think Ron is not going to do it here. Environments are surprisingly, like, I feel like a lot going on here. It's not just like one thing. And music just changed a little bit here. Ah, not Booyah. Gotta be getting close to the end of the level now. Yeah, a couple more checkpoints to go, and then we'll be done with this. I actually have enjoyed this game. I just didn't realize it would take this long. Oops, how do I get Rufus? Because it's the same button. Oh, I see. I could like switch gadgets. That's kind of cool, I guess. Oh yeah. Back in the damn pocket. There you go. Oh, that was one of those gnomes. I do like some of the references I've seen so far. Let's see if Kim can get somewhere else here. I already used Rufus. Already served your purpose, naked mole rat. Oh, there we go. She can go a little further by doing that. Am I supposed to beat all the monkeys? Like, what's my goal here? Oh, okay, don't die. I get Ron over here. I know he can jump and reach that. Kim just does not have a high enough jump. Oh, I got 3 viewers now. It's more than my usual 0 or 1. Oh my god, come on. Hold on. Ron should be able to clear that jump with the rocket shoes. Strategizing out loud to nobody in particular. Yeah, like I was ready over here, but let's try this again, I guess. Oh, come on. I gotta go back down here now. Alright, come on now. 3 viewers here. Don't want to disappoint them. Give them a good show. As far as Chaos Blur shows go. There's a new Adam Levine slot machine in. That was so random. Good to know, though. I'm surprised they're really worried about that right now, given the current situation going on. Let's put a new slot machine in. Oh, based on Adam Levine? Of course. Seems like a bit of a gamble, if you ask me. Well, there you have it. You heard it here first, folks. There was a new slot machine at Mohegan Sun, based on the lead singer of Maroon 5. More at 11. It's only available... Oh, that's well played. Well played. I don't even know if the whole story's real now, but I don't care. That was great. Wow. That made me happy in a special way. That was actually pretty great. Of course I need the freaking Naked Mole Rat now. Rufus, do your thing. I can't believe I took that seriously for as long as I did. Boom. Beating snakes. Screwing up the jump. Oh, okay. That's poisonous venom. Not the cool Spider-Man venom. Alright, we gotta be making some progress here now. Alright, there's one more checkpoint to go, and then we maybe beat the level. I don't believe it. That's the BB version 0.1, Draken's first experiment in robotics. What's it doing here? It looks broken. But then we are talking about Draken here. It's inactive. Don't worry about it. Get across that waterfall and take down Monkey Fist. Excited much? Huh, sorry, I just got caught up in the moment. Right. Okay, can I change the channel, please? Maroon 5 is removing their song Harder Than Breathe due to protest. Oh, God, I hope not. I know what you're saying, but that would be so ridiculous. Got Kim stuck in a corner here. This thing's just gonna stand here and be my way now, isn't it? Oh, come on. Where the heck did I lose Kim again? She's over here somewhere. Whichever one's closer to the end, that's the one I'm going to pick. Yeah, I was going to say, I need Ron for this. Ah, 2 viewers. Someone didn't like that joke. I have to admit, even I thought it was a bit in bad taste. I'm usually a fan of your questionable humor. But hey, 2 viewers is better than no viewers. I figured we were gonna fight Monkey Fist. Alright, Monkey Fist, I want my Nana's Family album. You can have the album back, but it's worthless to me now. But my young pep cadet, you must first face me. What do you mean it's worthless? You see, I discovered your Nana mastered Kung Fu at the secret monkey temple when she was younger. So you stole the album hoping you'd find a picture of the monkey temple as well as a location, right? Correct. You're quite bright for a cheerleader. What's with the floaty heads? I now possess statues of that thing I can't pronounce. Their powers protect me. That's great. Good for you. It's a win-win situation. Yes, sir. You get the picture album. Okay, gotta go now. Oh, no. I'm still gonna fight you. That user's entry and demise. Any chance I misheard that? Nope. In that case, ah! That dude is Carson Daly. Heyo. Ah, I'm dead again. Patrick, you're fired again. Yeah, plenty more where that came from. Uh-oh, he's doing stuff. Is Kim just, like, dead? Alright, Kim's dead. Honestly, I did not even think that this game would take this long. Yeah, just smack him a few more times. That squeaking sound is coming from the amplifier. Shigo, what's she doing here? That's a very weird looking Shigo. Well, we sure are happy about Shigo getting away. Freaking levitating monkeys. Ron, your biosigns are going off the chart. I do feel stronger. Booyah, man. Ron the man is back. Try to break the wall in front of the travel tube. Oh, wow. Oh, that's a reference. Huh. That's like when he goes freaking like Kamehameha at the end of the series. Okay, Chief. I got the family album and I used the gizmo on the monkey ninjas like you said. It brought them all back. Excellent. Now it's time for their FTB. FTB? Yes, their flea and tick bath. The monkeys smell funky. Hey, I am not giving these jungle rodents a bath. Well, they're certainly not going to bathe themselves, and besides, check provision number 346683A of your contract. Hey, you put monkey bathing in my contract right after evil shelling snails? I like to plan ahead. Ta-da! All right, well, there you go. Say that was a pretty good summation of the game there. That admittedly took a lot longer than I thought. So we're going to go ahead and back out to the main menu. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that one, all 2 of you. And we're going to continue on here with the Lovable Losers episode of Retro Request Party with 5 more choices that were not previously seen in any other episodes. We got Mag Max on Nintendo Entertainment System, Frogger 2 on Game Boy Color, Vector Man 2 on the Sega Genesis, Stunt Racer on Super Nintendo, and Mario Pinball Land on the Game Boy Advance. So while you guys have a look at those beauties, I'm going to go ahead and take this cartridge out. And yeah, we got at least 2 people on the vote channel right now, so hopefully your day is going well. About 45 or so minutes into the stream. One round down, 4 to go. And I am going to go ahead and just reorganize my cartridges a little bit as we look over the choices here. I'll be honest with you, out of these 5 games, I think I've maybe played 2 of them once, and then the other ones I'm fairly familiar with, but like I said, I have not really, these have never appeared on a retro request party. Some of them are fairly new to my collection, some of them are a little older. All right, we got 1 vote for, I think it's pronounced Macmax, I really don't know. Just a really weird kind of sci-fi type of game, and then of course, we've got one other viewer that I know of, because my view count on Twitch is all kinds of weird. But as far as I know, I've got a couple viewers here. So we got 1 vote for Magmax, and maybe 1 vote for something else. Who's your graphics guy? Woof. Hey, I'm working on it. Eventually, I'm going to upgrade. But like I said, when I'm getting like 2 or 3 viewers, what's the point? I'm just trying to get the vote across. So I am working on a new logo and a new format in terms of the graphic presentation of Retro Request Party, but just stay focused on the vote. Which of these lovable losers would you like to see next in the vote? We've already got Max, but apparently I should have figured that Scrap has like basically no objections to like any choice. So we're gonna go ahead and play the fairly strange Magmax. I say fairly strange because I really did not know how to play this at all when I first got it. Because I just got this at a retro game store, and just like, well, Scrap Facts remembers going to a retro game store with me and just kind of getting a game and not knowing what it is, and you kind of learn it. Pride, Poppy, pride. Never. No more pride. There'll be pride. I don't know. Right now, my loading screens for my channel's streams are just like gameplay of games. Like, they're not even real things. Reset. This is a very weird game. Yes, it does. So it's basically like a 2D shooter, but like what I didn't realize is that you can you upgrade your little machine guy here with different parts to make him bigger, and you can go like underground in the level, so now he's like a robot. Like before I was kind of just a little Roomba thing. So very simple controls, you just kind of hit a couple buttons. What I want to find out, and again, I'm not clear on what a lot of these things do. Okay, so now I got another upgrade for it. When you hit this, right, you actually go like underground. So now I'm under the level. Now it turns into more of a regular shoot 'em up. It's a little harder though. But eventually, you can turn your guy into a little robot. What I'm about to do here. Or maybe not. Oh, there's my feet. Now I'm Magmax. Feels like Atari, doesn't it? So if I want to, I can keep going down here, or I can hit this. This brings me back up. This seems to just scroll on forever. Like, I've never really gotten much further than this. Then you saw I just took a hit. If you take a hit, you lose a piece, and if you lose all your pieces, you die. But it's pretty easy to get the pieces back. And obviously, the longer this goes, the harder it gets. So, I actually have not historically made it very far in this game. So, see, I could have gone underground there, but I missed the entrance, so now I'm going to stay above it. NES, I know, not impressed. See, I actually, as far as gameplay goes, it's actually fairly fun. I know it doesn't look fun, but it actually is kind of fun. And yeah, the sound effects are crap, and, it's I just always enjoyed a good shoot 'em up, like, as I die. Like, I don't know, to me, it's just kind of, it's good. I don't know. I'm not saying it's great, but it's good. It's really hard to screw up a shoot 'em up. Like, graphics are not the #1 concern. That's why I'd be curious to try some of those other shoot 'em ups I have for Super Nintendo. Or not regular Nintendo. It can't be any worse than Chicken Little. Yeah, so see, now we're getting to, now the environment changes a little bit here. Okay, we're getting a little more advanced, the enemies are changing. Go underground here again. I'm pretty much just going to play this until I die, because I feel like this is not getting huge positive reaction from anybody. Oh, we got 3 viewers now, so something happened at least. A little volcano here under the... Onto the sea. Onto the sea. What's really weird is that you can get these odd combinations where, like, you're just legs and a head, depending on what party gets shot. Yeah, this is about as deep as this game gets. Actually, not a huge fan of this environment right now. Whoa, that thing came in fast. I can see that. See, look, I just lost my head, but my legs are still on. Oh, just lost my legs. Just got my legs back, so now I'm the legs with a ship head. I just got hit again. Trying to get to that. I don't know what I am. Really want to find a way out of here. The top land is usually easier, but you get more points down here. Oh, I just got sniped. Oh, that was close. Why can't I grab that? Maybe I need a certain part first. Need legs. I need legs. I can run again. Please stick a rim off of this. I don't know why that comment made me laugh so much more than the other ones. Oh, jeez. Okay, so now I'm like at max power here. Yeah, not anymore. Just lost my legs. My legs! My legs! Anyone see my legs? Oh, I forgot those guys explode into smaller pieces. Now I'm like kind of cornered here. I can't really move. There we go. I've actually never made it this far. This is the furthest I made it in this game. So, I can say with fairly high certainty that I'm probably the only one streaming Mag Max on Twitch right now. I'm not saying it's never been done, but I'm saying as of right now, at this time of day, and let's get adventurous. This is probably the only stream of Mag Max currently going on Twitch. Maybe you can find another one. I don't know. Maybe there's someone in Japan playing it right now. I have no stinking idea. Maybe the producers of the next Pacific Rim movie are studying it for more inspiration. I mean, for all I know, this game could go on for hours, and there may be no end. This could be like Pac-Man, where it's like 256 levels or something. Now there's like nothing going on. Is that a boss? Holy crap, there's a boss! Holy crap, there is a boss fight. And he's very difficult. Ah, I died as I hit him. Ah, I like killed him as... I don't know, I'm guessing that doesn't count. I did not know there was a boss in this. I don't know if that counts as me beating him and the game keeps going. No, I gotta beat him again. In fact, the scrolling stops when you get to this guy. See how you like having your heads blown off. Okay, so that's it. He just dies. I don't even get to take his pieces or anything. It's actually a pretty, like... I mean, yeah, the graphics aren't great, but it's a pretty decent-looking boss for this kind of game. Like, that was actually okay, as I just get killed by the dot. Oh, I still have another life? Alright. Strap is like, ah, damn it, the game keeps going. Goodbye, Mecha Ghidorah. That is kind of what it looks like. Oh, I gotta fight this thing again? In all of its depixelated glory? This game does not believe in checkpoints, I guess. Still got the points, though, for beating it last time. It's easily my highest score on this game. I usually don't make it past, like, 10,000 points. Oh, jeez. I don't know why I went down there. This actually does a number on your thumb after a while, going up and down on this D-pad, and almost making like a half circle motion right now. These guys get nice and close and personal. The game does keep on going. Yeah, that was not like the final boss. Okay, now I think I'm dead. Yeah, I don't get another life after that. I almost... No offense, Mad Max, I almost don't want another life after that. That was the furthest I'm going to get. But what do you want for 1986? That actually wasn't too bad. And it was a nice little change of pace from the Kim Possible game. So there you have it, folks. Mag Max for the Nintendo Entertainment System. Yeah, I know. Strap wanted to see more of it. Well, maybe later. Right now, we're going to go on to game number 3, which will be a choice between Section Z on the NES, which, disclaimer, I've never played, Gargoyles on Sega Genesis, Iridian 3D on Game Boy Advance, Killer Instinct on Super Nintendo, and Pac-Man Pinball Advance on Game Boy Advance. Yeah, I know there's a lot of Game Boy Advance choices in this, but that's just because I've had a lot of Game Boy Advance choices in my shows in general. I think other than Genesis, I have the most Game Boy Advance games. So while you guys have a very hard debate over which of these games should be the next stream, I will go ahead and take a little break there after that one. I got some delicious RC Cola. I just like to point that out right now for my 3 viewers and my 5 game choices. Yeah, it's good. Some good RC Cola. All right. What happened to Vector Man? What do you mean what happened to Vector Man? You mean Vector Man 2, which was a choice on the first one, I think? Or the second one. Hold on one second. Click, 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 click. I had Vector Man 2 as a choice, but that did not get picked. So we are on to round 3. I don't know what the point of that was. I think it's Section Z. I can't even read my own freaking text. Section Z, Gargoyles, Iridian 3D, Killer Instinct, and Pac-Man Pinball Advance. I know I do not envy you guys at all for having to choose between these great games. But this is what you get. Some of these have appeared in multiple episodes and not been picked. Some of these have appeared in one episode and not been picked. So this was actually kind of a hard list to come up with, which is why I only have 4 rounds and then the wild card round. So remember that if you're still thinking of Vector Man 2, which is actually a really good game. Take a sip. Look at camera. 3 viewers on the docket. So many choices to be made. So little time in which to make them. I didn't know there were rounds. I wanted Vector Man. Oh, there's rounds. There's many rounds. Well, you thought I just played based on these 5 games? That would be the whole show then, would just be 5 games. No, that's Retro Request Party. And everyone knows the best parties have difficult decisions to make. And this is one of them. But yeah, there you go. I do Killer Instinct. All right. Well, that leaves at least one other viewer. I'm going to go ahead and say 2 other viewers, but just in case, I'll get Killer Instinct ready before there may be an upset or so. Let's see. Got the cartridge ready if we need it. I'm still holding on hope here. Nacho or Ranch Doritos? Killer Instinct sounds good. You guys are so agreeable. I know there's a 3rd viewer in there somewhere, and I will give them a slight chance to respond here, but just in case they don't, we have 2 votes for Killer Instinct, so really I don't know what the point of even having the 3rd voter is. I'm sorry to say. But I do enjoy me some Killer Instinct, which actually is another game I did not think I would like as much as I did. It was one of those throw-ins I got when I bought a lot of games on eBay. So, Killer Instinct, for those of you who do not know, is a very obscure but actually good fighting game on the Super Nintendo. Good graphics, good gameplay. Let's see here. Just kind of get warmed up here. These characters are nothing special. Like, you'll never remember any of these guys. You got Glacius, Fulgor, Cinder, Saberwolf, Orchid, Riptor, Yago, Combo, Spinal, Thunder, Glacius again. And at this point, I'm just going to pick Saberwolf because I like saying Saberwolf. Orchid! It's obviously kind of a Mortal Kombat ripoff. Oh, alright, well, Stratfax is not considered obscure. I had not heard of this game until I actually got it. And obviously, to me, the standout point of this game is the graphics. The gameplay's decent, but a game with all 3D models like this at this era is pretty good, I think, and it runs at a pretty good clip. Much like a lot of fighting games, though, it's a little bit random. Like, I feel like I'm just kind of hitting a lot of buttons over and over again, and different stuff happens. Oh, okay. What's really weird is, and you'll notice this, when I killed her or whatever, she just kind of got back up, and then she killed me and I got back up. So, like, there's not rounds like in Mortal Kombat. Like, you just fight until one of you dies twice. Which in this case might be me. Yep. So, it's not like Mortal Kombat. Like, your health bar does not replenish after the first death. I mean, it does, but never mind. So that was quick. I did not know they did a reboot, actually. Based on this one, I would not mind playing it. Riptor. Look, it's a tough little flower. She really is. But like I said, I might fight her this time, and she might not do anything. Like, it's just weird, this game. I've only made it, like, 4 fights in, and then it starts getting really difficult. But I really like the environments. I'm sure there's stuff about the game I don't know yet. Like, most of it. Like the controls, for example. Another thing that's not helpful to not have the manual of a fighting game of all things. Yeah, so she's dead once. But my health does not replenish. But I have an advantage now because I've got a better chance to kill her. But then again, I did last time too. I just didn't have that killer instinct. Oh, see, she turned into like a panther. I want to turn into something. Of course, I'm already a dinosaur. Do I turn into a human? Alright, so I lost a life. No need to bring up that movie. Friggin' Spider-Man, Amazing Spider-Man 2 with Electro. That was not a proud moment for the Spider-Man franchise. Well, at least not Electro. Alright, I won one. What, I get to do a frickin' enter my name just for that? You won a round! Wow! Incredible. Oh, now I get to face... Now Saberwolf's gonna be a badass because I'm facing him. I like the movie Amazing Spider-Man 2, but Electro just... Oh, God, I did not like him before he was Electro, and I did not like him as Electro. Jamie Foxx. Yeah, see, I'm getting my butt kicked now by the wolf guy. Get out of here! There's like chandeliers and stuff. I don't know if I'm able to, like, maybe grab onto them, do little combos. I don't know. I feel like there's more depth to this game than I think, and I'm just not getting it. Held my own there. So now it just comes down to this last one. It's got some high defense. Who was drinking alcohol? Jimmy. Oh, I know what you were referencing. I get it. Thunder! We're fighting on the bridge from every Indiana Jones movie. How do I block? I see he's able to block me. I don't know how to block. Oh, that was a bit brutal. There's gotta be a block button. I don't have enough time to figure it out. Too busy getting my butt kicked. Thunder is Deadpool. He's Deadpool from the freaking awful, what do you call it, Origin movie. That's what he kind of reminds me of. With the 2 blades on his hands. Oh, I'm so screwed. Jeez, I didn't get him once. Cool. That's not what anybody who saw the movie said, but yeah, cool. Alright, let's see. It'd be nice if I could remember what the block button was, if there is such a button. Hey go! Thunder. The lightning and the thunder. Hey go in the thunder. Ready, flail around. Don't block anybody. Seriously, one block. Jeez, come on. I have no idea what that was, but I'll take it. I saw that coming. So we're about even right now. See, once he starts doing that combo, I've got, like, no recourse. See, he can stop me midway through a combo. Oh, what the hell? Oh, I got him! Back and high punch. I don't know what high punch is. I assume it's X. Of course, it'd be something stupid like that. Speaking of combo, we're about to fight one. Back and high punch. Oh, that did a pretty nice move. Yeah, this seems like a much smarter fighting game than I am. Like, I'm used to just hitting buttons and kind of hoping for the best. This game seems a lot more strategic than I like giving it credit for. Yeah, there's definitely some tough Chips Ahoy in this one. Jeez! Come on, Mike Tyson. I haven't gotten a hit on him now. Finally. Oh, it's definitely not MASH friendly. First couple levels you can get away with it, but now they know how to block. And I don't. Forward and high kick. See, I don't know what. Problem is, I don't know. Like, is that X, Y? I don't know what that is. Like, he just did like a fatality to me or something. Forward and high kick. I assume that's A button. I got nothing. All right, let's fight combo with combo. It's a combo. They're like, that's actually kind of a cool graphic with them facing opposite sides of the screen like that. Oh, okay. High kick, forward and high kick. Oh, geez, that ain't doing nothing. Okay. Forward and high kick. That's punch. That's punch. God damn it. I assume this game is great when you can block. But I digress. Alright. Give it a few more tries. So that combo no longer... Well, I'm saying, I figure every character has a forward and a backwards kick attack or whatever. Now I'm spinal. Yeah. Spinal. Ah, I'm down. Oh, I always had 3 viewers. I don't know why I thought I had 4 viewers for some reason. I got overexcited. Nice, if I knew how to freaking block. Or, okay, that just happened. God damn it, I feel like I was actually doing alright there, too. Got a freaking sword. How am I losing? I got a sword and a shield. Well, that's right, I can't block. What's the point? God damn it. No bones about that one. Jeez. Just hurt my hand now. Chaos does not have a killer instinct. What are you, Joe Rogan now? Little catchphrases? Oh my god. Oh, God damn, my hand hurts.
Thunder. Combo. Fight on.
Combo himself could not beat Combo.
Ready.
Oh, god damn it. How do I block? Oh, so frustrating. He can block like everything I do. I mean, I'd win too if I could block. And now I'm just standing there. Son of a... Yeah, that was such a waste of time. My god. If I can't block, I can't win. I mean, it's just that simple. I mean, I gotta be able to do a few hits and then block and then do a couple more hits. Like, I can't just keep pounding the way. God, I like the combo of blocking and blocking. Freaking Hydro Man now. I'm like just losing faith here in this game. Yep, this is fun. Woohoo! Glad he's able to block my attacks. Hey, am I able to do that? Guess not. You know, why have there be balance in a video game? Let's just give the opponent the ability to do something. You know, if I could have blocked even one of those, I probably could have won that. Oh, so frustrating. I had him that time, too. But you know what didn't have him? The blocking. That sure was a waste of a move that was blocked. Must be nice when that happens. Yeah, he did. I get it. Because it's Al Gore. Al Gore couldn't block either. I'm hitting every button on the goddamn controller while he's doing that. This is so... I'm so, like, done with this. This is so stupid. That I cannot beat him because he just goes on a roll like that. This guy got like no reach either. Volkar's his global warming. Well, certainly not global blocking. I'll tell you that right now. Or any blocking, really. He's blocking pretty nicely. You see, when it turns red like that, it's because he's blocking. knew he was gonna do that too. Got him! Son of a... Oh, so happy I got it. I don't even care if I lose to the next player. That was just so satisfying to finish that son of a bitch off. Holy cripe. Yeah, I don't care. I really don't care. The dinosaur's probably gonna like eat my face off, but I'm just glad I got rid of combo. First, the dinosaur's gonna block everything I try. You see the blood of his victims that he blocked there. Wait, I think I actually blocked his move there. I don't know what I did. He tried to roll into me there. I had like a red on my whatever. Jeez, or I could just spam that. All right. Ow. A little excessive now. Give me a break here. Right, well, his moves are pretty OP, but I'm not, for some reason I'm not as angry about losing that one. Apparently I just get a million continues. Alright, Saberwolf, Orchid. I think I played as like everybody now except for well, I played as Saberwolf, but I'll play as Saberwolf again. Then I'll play as Orchid, and I think I played as everybody after that. Had moderate success with some of them. Jeez. Why am I just standing there? Oh, God. Yeah. See how I did like a move and then he blocked it and then he like attacked me back? That'd be nice to have that ability, wouldn't it? Ooh, 4 viewers. That's more than 3. I'll take it. Jeez, come on. Ah, that sucked. That freaking sucked. Something fierce. Well, thank you anyway. The 4th viewer got to see the end of that destruction. Let's see what else we got here. Play as Orchid. Watch Orchid be the best character. I don't think I played as Riptor. I played as everybody, basically. Except for Orchid. So let's get Orchid in there, and then we'll go to round 4. Retro Request Party, episode 18. Check me out on Bowie Productions, by the way. We also do the mall tours and several other great things. She's actually not bad. The game feels bad for me now. Holy cripe, she just smoked him. Where did that come from? Holy cripe, she is screwing him over. Holy cripe, she had like no problem with that. Oh my God, I literally did the same thing I've done every other time. And I just got supreme victory for that. Wow. What was that? That was so ridiculous. Like, jeez. And I didn't block at all. Not that I have. No, he's blocking like crazy. What is this, like the noob character? Like, I mean... It'd be nice if I could have blocked that, but, you know. Well, obviously, she wasn't going to be unbeatable. She's still holding her own better than most of these other ones are. Still a close fight. I say as that happens. I gotta go on a little roll here. I know she has in her. Yeah, I lied. She sucks. I lied. She stinks. But now she did better than most of the characters in this damn game. So there you have it. Just gonna go ahead and let that time out because that is it for that. Wow, that was something. That was something there. So we got 4 viewers now, 2 of which may actually be people. So having said that, we go to round 4, very fittingly. We've got Crash Bandicoot: The Huge Adventure for Game Boy Advance. We were just talking about Crash. Spy Hunter for Game Boy Advance. Gyrus for Nintendo Entertainment System, and Sonic Spinball, who we saw like it's a real person, which we saw as the opening demo gameplay. So you guys go ahead and sort this out however you want to do it. I will go ahead and reset the Retron 5 and get ready for action. To see what it's going to be on Retro Request Party, the Lovable Losers Edition. So far, these games have been anything but losers, except for me when I played them, because I got my butt kicked by pretty much every opponent that I fought in that game. But I got lucky a couple times, and there you go. I deny the accusation of being a person. Well, whoever you are, you actually typed words into the chat room, so you count more than most. Oh, we're down to 3. Oh, somebody's not a person. It's all right. These things happen. And I get it. So we got ourselves a pretty good selection of games here for the second to last round of the series. Round 4. Cast your votes. Fight to the bitter end. But whatever you do, don't block because, well, there is no block button, as we very much saw earlier in this game. No block button at all. So that's not even an option on this Retro Request Party episode thing. See why I stall for time? Because this is what happens. I've actually done a few of these where I'm by myself and I have to actually just vote for one. I go, I'll go with that one. So yeah, it's somewhat rigged in that regard. Gyrus because of the Konami. All right, that was actually somewhat unexpected, but that's 1 vote for Gyrus. Of course, if Spidey Octo is still alive, there is another vote up for grabs. Otherwise, we could be looking at some Gyrus action, which I have actually never played. So we'll let that play out, if that is indeed the choice. This is Konami. I actually don't see Konami like anywhere on this cartridge. Like at all. I'm looking at it right now. I see Ultra. Was Ultra like their old name? It looks like a pretty good game, I'm not gonna lie. But yeah. Got Gyrus going once, going twice. Anybody? Send me a sign from above. Looking to hear from you, the viewers. Viewer. Maybe. Viewers, plural. I don't know. Spidey, what do you got? Is your Spidey sense tingling for some Gyrus? I'll tell you in the future. You and your weird prophecy abilities to tell us that the bases will be loaded, but not that the batter will strike out. Alright, well, Spidey's about to miss his big chance of the show. The Konami Ultra Connection. That may or may not have been. So this will be an all-new entry, not just for the show, but for me. I've never played this game. So, sorry, Spidey, but you're going to miss out on this one. It looks like. But there is still the good old wild card round. You know I enjoy me a good wild card round. Whew, alright. We got ourselves a Gyrus. Another shoot 'em up that'll probably just like cramp my hand even more. The Super Nintendo controller is not very forgiving. Oh, it does say Konami. Okay. Control A or Control B. I don't know the controls either way, so let's find out. All these great planets I get to go to. Ah, we're down to 3 viewers. 3 warps to Neptune. What the heck did I just do? Wait, what? This is actually pretty good. I don't really understand it completely. Like, am I on a 2D or 3D plane? Okay, so I can move around. Whoa! Oh god, there's so much slowdown when there's that many enemies. I'm like firing into like a tube. This almost reminds me of a game, fairly modern game called Hyper Void. uses the same principle where you're kind of just going around in like a tube-like thing. But like, am I going... So it's almost 3D-ish. It is kind of 3D-ish. This was not at all what I was expecting. This is really good, I gotta say. Although, I mean, it's got its flaws, but it's an NES game. But they actually put some effort into the presentation. Okay. The control's a little wonky. You know what? I'll finish this gameplay, but after... I'll probably game over relatively soon. I want to try this with the Genesis controller, because I feel like the Genesis controller would be a little smoother on this. All you do is go left and right. So that was weird. I wasn't sure if I was going to be going like top down, left to right, or what. And it turns out I was kind of right? I don't know. It's like, where am I shooting my shots to? I guess that's why it's called gyrus. It's kind of like gyro. Like, okay, I should look at that. Yeah, this definitely would go better with like an analog stick. Like, I keep getting stuck with the corners. When you get to the top, you have to hit like up or down, not left and right. It's kind of hard to explain. It's really not meant for this kind of controller at all. It's a cool idea, though. It looks like there's little upgrades you can get, like most shoot-'em-ups. Actually, not a bad game. I think I only spent like $5 on this. That's why I don't mind taking a shot on these kind of games. Worst case scenario would have just been a bad $5 game. I don't know what that is. Music's pretty cool. I mean, I love Konami. I love their beat-em-ups. I love the game that I just got blown up in. You need the NES Advantage. I need something. Alright, stage 2 beat. I'm gonna play this. I'm gonna try it again with the Sega Genesis controller just to see if the comfort's any better. These are like so far in the distance, it's hard to really shoot them. It's not the most responsive at the top and bottom of the circle. That's what makes this a little hard to get used to. But again, I don't know if a different controller would help that at all. I think that's just the way the game is programmed. It might just be the way the game is programmed. Uh-oh. I figured something was coming. That seemed too easy. This is kind of a cool fight. Yeah, I figured that was going to happen. Yeah, this would be a lot better with a joystick. It really would be. Which I don't have, but I do have a fairly modern Genesis controller that I'm going to go ahead and switch to right now. It doesn't have a joystick on it, but it's got a much smoother D-pad, so... D-pad's over here. So, let's see. I'm going to have to switch. Turn the main menu real quick here. Menu. What are the cheats? I haven't used any cheats. Yeah, I'm not going to use any cheats at this point. Game menu. Settings. There we go. I tried control scheme A before. I don't know what the difference is. We'll see. It probably will be the same experience, but I don't know. This won't kill my freaking thumb. Oh, okay. The A button is some kind of special attack that I just wasted. Alright, it's a little easier. It's still kind of glitchy, but at least I'm not killing my thumb doing it. It's actually a pretty fun game, even though there's a lot of slowdown in some of these parts. This actually is not bad. There's still a couple other games for the NES I have not played yet. In fact, there's that game I bought with you with Danbury. I think it was like Sea Shark or whatever, Sky Shark. Pretty good. I don't know much about it. Oh, okay, that gives me a special attack, I think. It gives me that little red burst in the corner. I think I earned a power-up if I need it. Like a special move. I've actually never seen a game like this where it's like you're kind of like they're coming at you, but not. It's almost like a 3D type of Space Invaders deal. That's kind of cool. Like, and it's not like I was afraid it was going to try to do like Star Fox, and I'm like, that'd be so terrible on NES. Heck, it's terrible on Super Nintendo. All right, yeah, so that's what that does a special move. That's cool, man. I usually have to play these games a few times before I feel like I'm at least like I have a fighting chance, and then if I lose, it's just because I suck. But first couple times, I'm a little bit out of it. It does seem like I can get upgrades. Like I just have a double shot now. Before I was only shooting one bullet. Yeah, it's already easier the second time around. This is a really cool game. I would highly recommend it. If you find this game, I would recommend it because it's a very cheap game. It's a slightly different take on a shoot 'em up. I mean, it's not the most unique thing ever, but just as a concept of shooting into like kind of a tube or whatever you want to call this. The way that you avoid and shoot projectiles is a little bit different. Problem is, even with this better D-pad, I do kind of feel like I get stuck sometimes, or it goes too fast in one direction or the other. It's not like an even circle, but the joystick would definitely help. Alright, here's that boss again. I missed. That was actually a pretty cool explosion for an NES game, I'm not gonna lie. The action is hot, hot, hot. Ooh, I got a chance stage. Hot damn. I don't know what I'm doing, but... Oh, one up! Yay! Is that it? Oh, okay. That thing! Yay! Oh, Ultra Konami, you're alright. Sweet. Alright. I got an extra life out of that. A little bonus round. Oh, I got another extra life for getting a high score. I'll be damned. The Sega Genesis controller is better at playing the NES game than the, well, actually, I do have an NES controller somewhere. I just didn't choose to use it here. 3 warps to Pluto. Can't wait to get to that planet that's not even a planet. Alright, so there's different enemy types, which I like. I was afraid I'd be fighting the same enemies the entire game. Like the depth is pretty good considering this is a, you know, polygonal 2D complete game, whatever you want to call it. Oh, that's a new creature there. Almost looks like a Metroid. Whoa, okay, little viruses coming in here, making things a little virated. Is that a word? I don't know, doesn't really care. Whoa. Ouch, I kind of had a feeling. Kind of a little hard when they start getting tricky like that. Tricky, tricky, tricky. I mean, my range of movement's decent, but it's not fantastic. Especially when those things are doing that. Yeah, this game reminds me a lot of Hyper Void, which is a PSVR game that's actually really good. Obviously better controls, but this game is a little different. It's hard to really explain. Whoa, okay. Ah, jeez, I just ran right into that thing. Naturally. How did I miss all of them with that? I just shot that right into the middle. I figured by chance I did something. What am I, the New Britain Bees? Can't hit anything? Jeez, that sucked. Yeah, I figured at some point the game was gonna get more difficult, as games do. Oh my god. Seriously. That missed too. Great. But nice to just luck out on something. Surprisingly modern, like, blast-off noise there. Not a huge fan of those weird, jaggy things. Oh, they multiply! Well, that was not fun at all. Oh, geez. Oh, God. Oh, that was close on both counts. Oh, my God. Like, by the time you realize it, most of the time the controller reads it, but every now and then you can't really backtrack. It's like... Yeah, exactly. It's like you're just... Yeah. It's really hard to anticipate their movement. And also anticipate the controller's occasional delay. Or it'll go too fast and you'll slip into them. They're everywhere. Affecting our very heart and soul, giving us some weird stuff here. There's so much more of them now. I got the moves like weird jaggies. I got the moves like weird jaggies. The holy crap, I almost died. The moves like weird jaggies. I hope not. Uh-oh, here we go. Okay, that's not good. How do I hurt this thing? Oh, geez, that seems unfair. I can't move to the middle of the screen. Oh, I see. Whoa! It's like some messed up centipede. A lot of Maroon 5 references here. I don't know how I beat that, but I did. Alright, good enough for me. Thanks for tuning in so far, my 3 viewers, as we're getting down toward the end of the thing here. Time for a chance stage. I really need an extra life here. That's Yoshi's egg. It may as well be. Whoa, it's very hard to get a hit here. That's a 1-up. Got the 1-up. I can play the game for another few minutes. I have a feeling the next few stages are going to be even harder. I didn't hit any of them. Powering up. Huh. Uranus. That's where we're going. Alright, someone got another ship. Oh, whoa, okay. Man, the hemorrhoids are coming. This game's actually fantastic. I like shoot 'em ups anyway, but it's nice to get a slightly different take on it. It's not like your same old asteroids or Space Invaders. It kind of borrows elements from both, including me getting blown up. That thing is kind of deadly. Those remind me of those Metroid enemies. Oh wow, that was just savage. Wow, alrighty then. Guess I celebrated too early there, or at all. Ultra Games are registered trademark of Ultra Software Corporation. All right, well there you go. Whew. I've had a lot of excitement already today. Right now, it's time for your wild card round. What is that? Well, the wild card round, you can pick any game that did not appear already in the Retro Request Party. So, rounds 1 through 4, of course, we already played Kim Possible. So, I'm going to do this kind of slowly so that all 3 of you, if you're even there, can see it. So, the 4 choices, since we already played Kim Possible, would be The Jungle Book, Cybernoid, Spider Man, Ah Real Monsters, or I'm skipping ahead. We could play Frogger 2, Vector Man 2, Stunt Racer, or Mario Pinball Land. Are you following so far? Or we could play Section Z, Gargoyles, Iridian 3D, or Pac-Man Pinball Party. And in case that's not enough choices, you could pick from Crash Bandicoot, Spy Hunter, or Sonic Spinball. So once again, if you need me to repeat any of those, feel free. It's basically just any game that hasn't appeared already can now appear as the 5th and final game in Retro Request Party, episode 18, Making This Up As I Go Along edition. So, yeah. Tobey Maguire. Well, technically, if you're talking about Spider-Man Mysterious Menace, that's not the, he's not the Spider-Man in that. It's actually not based on any movie. What else? Spectre-Man 2 is re-available. Iridian 3D, Gargoyles. Spidey Octi, I think, fell asleep. But if you actually meant to say Spider-Man Mysterio's Menace, that's something I could play. But like I said, that is not actually Tobey Maguire. Like that has nothing to do with the movies whatsoever. I do have the Spider-Man 2 Game Boy Advance game, though, strangely enough, which is based on those movies. But I will go ahead and... Is that what you meant? Did you mean Spider-Man Mysterio's Menace? Because I obviously have that game. Got 3 viewers somewhere. I don't know why the hell this thing lies. See why I don't make better graphics? I could have like freaking Jumbotron behind me, but like, it'd be such a waste of money because nobody would look at it. So I'm gonna go ahead and quickly flip through the remaining choices again, as I traditionally do. And if I don't hear anything else, then I will assume you meant Spider-Man's Mysterious Menace, because that's the only game that I can even draw a connection to Tobey Maguire in, since I don't have the Seabiscuit game, and I also don't think that's a game. Hey, oh. Yeah. Good pick on the Gyrus, by the way. That was a very fun and addictive shoot 'em up. I quite enjoyed that. But, yeah. Well, either way, and I'm just leaving that one up for now, just while I get the cartridge switched. I made my decision. Yes. And is it good? What shall it be? Oh, it shall be something good. I can only assume it could be something good. I take all the credit for Gyrus, as you should. Yeah. I think Spidey Octo fell asleep or something. I don't know. I'm not his lawyer or his doctor or any of that. Jake Gyllenhaal. All right, so it is Mysterious Menace. I don't know why you can't just say the goddamn name of the game. All right, Spider-Man Mysterious Menace. So this is a game that I have not played in a long time. It was actually one of the first games I had for the Game Boy Advance, and I really loved it because of the graphics and all that great stuff. Funny story, though, like most of these games, I played it not too recently, maybe like a year or two ago, and I'm like, this game's really not that great, but it looks good. And, yeah. But Hey, nostalgia's nostalgia. Come on. If I remember correctly, though, the cool thing about this game is it lets you pick the order in which you fight the villains, other than Mysterio, who you fight last. Why isn't it reading my cartridge? Come on. I know it works on here because I was running it on here before. Generally test all these games before just because I don't know what's going to get picked. Oh, that didn't sound natural. Hey. Whoa, that was kind of fun. That wasn't in the video. Holy criping. I can stall just like you. Ah, Spidey Octo. All right, we got 4 viewers again. Just in case, we have 1 vote for Spider-Man Mysterio's Menace, but we have some other great choices, such as Cybernoid, The Jungle Book, Real Monsters, Stunt Racer, Frogger 2, Vector Man 2, Mario Pinball Land, Section Z, Gargoyles, Iridian 3D, and Pac-Man Pinball Advance. And from this past round, Crash Bandicoot Huge Adventure, Spy Hunter, well, not Gyros because we already played it, and Sonic Spinball. Vote now or forever hold your peace as I try to figure out what's wrong with the Mysterio cartridge. Huh, might have fixed it. I'm good with it. Of course you are. You guys are great. You guys are a very agreeable democracy. Too bad regular democracy can't be like that. Now, Spidey, I assume you've played Spider-Man Mysterio's Menace. Did you actually remember it being that good? Because I thought it was good back when I first played it. But now I don't know. And it's saying unknown cartridge. Hold on. I also remember it working. Screw it. I'll play it anyway. Yeah, 4 viewers, not too bad for me. There we go. Looks like I had a little game going. Let's go ahead and reset the game real quick. See, the game looks good, don't get me wrong. Like, the intro's great, the graphics are great. I mean, this game was like, I think it came out with the launch of the Game Boy Advance. It was probably one of the best launch titles on the Game Boy Advance at the time. Oh, fishbowl. Gee, I wonder where the fishbowl went. Alright, so yeah, like I thought, it lets you pick between which of the 3 levels you want to start with, so I'll let you guys decide. I can already tell you fight a different villain at each one. So we could either go to Pier 54, we could go to the downtown, or we go to Empire Metals. So those are the first 3 choices of the level. If it makes you feel any better, I probably won't beat any one of them. But we'll see. I like the music in the game too. Downtown, could do downtown. Strap, what you got? Screw it, we'll do downtown. Yeah, like I said, the graphics are really good. down to 2 viewers now. The graphics weren't as good as we thought, I guess. I will say this is probably better than most of the Game Boy Advance Spider-Man games, with the exception of maybe Spider-Man 2, the movie game, is actually probably better than this. But the graphics weren't as good. Controls are also a little buggy. He has spider sense. I don't really know what it does. It just kind of makes a noise. I can't see the guys coming at me. Spider B-Man. I know it looks like a good game, and I want it to be a good game. It's just the controls are just sluggish enough that I can't get into it. I mean, it's just really... It might be because I'm playing it on a Super Nintendo controller and not on the original Game Boy Advance, but even so, like, I don't know. He has a lot of moves in this game, too. I'm actually impressed with some of the moves they gave him in this. Considering there's only really 4 buttons on this controller total. Like, there's a way to... Okay, there we go. Nope, that's not what I wanted. See, I keep trying to go for buttons that don't even work. The web swing's good, I will say that. The web swing feels very natural. I can't say for every Spider-Man game. Web swing gets good distance on it. There's like little hidden power-ups. There's some power-ups you get anyway, but there's some you can find that are extra. Like, you can actually find the Venom suit in this. But don't even get me started on how hard that is to find. But if you find it, you can, like, heal yourself, and you have some pretty good abilities. But it's also really hard to find. That's fire. So yeah, you can do like the web zip. Maybe not. If you know how to play the game, you can do the web zip up so that you don't go to the fire and you don't look like an idiot. Or you can just get shot. Oh, I think this is supposed to be Kingpin. I'm actually not sure who this is supposed to be. I gotta imagine. Oh, that was conclusive. Hammerhead, alright. I don't even know who that is. I don't know, but he's deceptively difficult. No matter where you go, he can shoot at you, and the controls are just not intuitive at all. I just feel like Rhino with a gun. And Rhino's in the damn game. Okay, that seemed ridiculous. Hey, you want to stop doing that for like 2 seconds? Oh my god. No, that was a pretty good shellacking. Thermal suit protects against... Yeah, well, I don't have the thermal suit. Just do a couple more stages here. Let's see if I can get past one of these, because you beat some of these stages, you unlock other stages. The problem is just the controls. They're not great. Ow. I know there's a way to get higher than that electrical thing, but hell if I know what it is. As soon as you said Tobey Maguire, I was like, okay, he wants the Spider-Man game, but I wasn't sure. Then you said Jake Gyllenhaal, and I'm like, okay, well, then that's, he wants the one with Mysterio in it, obviously. Oh, third viewer. Just in time to watch the end of the stream or close to it. I'll probably try all 3 of the levels that are available, and we'll see if I can beat a couple of them. Otherwise, I'm kind of done. Ouch! Obviously, I was supposed to see that coming. Except nobody ever. Okay, that at least the spider sense helped me a little bit on. Probably should have tried this on the easier difficulty in retrospect. I don't know what that did, but it's cool looking. Oh, okay. Like, souped up my attacks here. Nice! Didn't see me coming that time. Yeah, not nice when it's on the other foot. Okay, I didn't see you coming, so I guess you got me back. Ow. Ow. Okay, I didn't lose life. That was like a super suit or something. A retrospect request party. Yes, looking back on it, it wasn't a terrible day. We had some good times, some good laughs. A lot of Game Boy Advance games today. Actually, not a single Sega game, but that has happened before. In fact, going back to the last stream, we haven't had a single Sega game. So that was kind of cool. That was Super Nintendo we played last time. I saw that guy running, and I'm like, something tells me he ain't gonna wait his turn. Yeah, just keep wailing away, boys. Don't worry about me, I'll be fine. That gets me annoyed for some reason. Ouch. See, out of all the games we played today, I'd say Killer Instinct had me the most mixed, because I really did like it, but I just felt like I didn't know enough about it to really enjoy it. Like, I just felt like I was kind of outmatched for most of it. But it was a fun game. I liked looking at it. I liked kind of the feel of it. But then I'm like, well, what am I doing here? That guy's just chilling on a freaking street lamp. He's got no business being up there. Ow. Yeah, I'm trying to think here. Out of the games we played today, it's my favorite one. I liked the Impossible game. I felt like it went on a little too long. Mag Max is decent. I might have to go with Gyrus, actually. That was a really fun game. And then this game's, you know, it is what it is. I'm about to die. Yep, let's go right in the water there. Stupid. And then Killer Instinct's probably a close second, because I really like the game. I just kind of got frustrated with the controls or the inconsistency of them. They were all fun games. I mean, that's why I have them. Look how he just ducked that, had no chance of hitting him, and he's like, oh no! Damn it, damn it, damn it! Oh, I hate that. The stage isn't hard except for that one part, because if you fall, you die. So one of these guys just has to hit you in the right direction once. You screwed. Ain't no thinking about it, you screwed. Ain't even a contest, really. Yep. There we go again. Right down the chute. Ow, 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 ow. There you go. I got so many videos to put out on Body Productions. What I'll start working on after this. So much content, both from today's video and other videos and stuff I'm looking forward to putting out. So, never ends with me. Oh, jeez, I just threw myself in the water that time. Just overshot shot the heck out of that. Okay, there is something up here. I think that's an extra life up there. It is. All right, good. So now I'll probably still lose to the boss, but it'll be a little longer. Can I see some tickets, boys? I feel like that's what Spider-Man would say here. And as he goes on this cruise ship, beats up the thugs, be like, "Hey, you're not on this one." Using the game soundtrack. That's why it's a retro request party. What song would you like? Call it 3. Hey, speaking of slot machines. That one's paying out. I see quarters. I see pixelated quarters. Kananis. There we go. Got another extra life. Yeah, something like that. He'd be like, "Let me see your tickets, boys. Doubt any of you were invited to a high-class place like this." Oh, okay, that guy, like, killed himself trying to kill me. Reasonable. Was it worth it? Give it to me, was it worth it? It wasn't really worth it. Because you're dead now. Son of a bitch, you're dead now. Eat your heart out, Spider-Man PlayStation 4. This is the real game. I do enjoy the self-destructive gangsters. Looks like they're all washed up, see? Yeah, actually, they probably used the Spider-Man PS1 sprite in a way. This game came out, I think, 2001. I remember that game, actually, and I think the second one involved Electro. What I wouldn't mind getting my hands on is the Dreamcast Spider-Man game, which I think it's the same game, just better graphics. Oh, you have the Dreamcast one? I don't know why I never got it. It's not that expensive. Oh, crap. Speaking of Rhino. God damn, I feel like I actually did a pretty good job avoiding him, too. get his... I can web him up before he hits the wall. I can't, though. Seriously, how do I miss him? What if I'm, like, in the air while he's doing it? He just punches you, too. Stop! Ah! Damn it! I know what to do here, too. Got him. I say, well, the trick to that fight is basically just jump over him and then jump again before he hits the wall. Alright, so now we unlocked another stage, the museum. I think that stage takes a little while. Might still check it out, but first let's go to Empire Metals. Rhino, despite his honor, never seems to get the point. What is it? Classic Rhino. There are like secret upgrades in this game. At least they give you more of a chance. I don't know obviously where they are right now. I know where the Venom suit is, but it's not until the end of the game, and it's ridiculously hard to get to. Ow. Fair. That seemed really fair. Every time you're like trying to punch people, they're like punching through you, you're punching through them, like it's not realistic at all. Who's that guy? Girl, whatever that is. It's the great Spider-Man villain Ninja. Oh, from Spider-Man versus the Ninja. Oh, there's something up there. Ow. Oh, wow, there's a lot of stuff up here. Extra life. Alright, that was worth the effort, actually. A lot of just mashing the buttons and trying to hope for the best here. Hobbs a VR trooper, kind of. Actually, I do enjoy VR. If I had a way, I would stream some VR games. I mean, I know I could do it, but nobody would be able to. I wouldn't be able to read any comments. Maybe it's better for everybody. want to say I think I know what villain is in this stage. I'll see if you guys can guess it. I haven't played this in a while, but I'm like 90% sure I know who you fight here. I'll see. I don't want to like give away my guess though. But I think I know what villain is in this area. I can already tell you it's not him. Just because I know he's in another stage. It's not Baseball Man, no, he's in the baseball stage. I think, and now that you both guessed other things, I think it's Shocker, but I'm not sure. I think it's Shocker. See, even I could be wrong, because I haven't played this in a while. Could be Polka Dot Man, maybe. Could be Ninja Man. It's definitely not Stilts Man. See, like, those blades there, like, as I just literally ran into them. See the blades that just killed me? Like, later in the game, you can get an upgrade to let you, like, web zip through those, but I don't have that upgrade, so I really should not have done that. That's instant freaking death. Like, the first time I saw that, I'm like, wow, I really, like, should not go through that. This time I decided, why not? I'm 90% sure it's either Shocker or Scorpion, but I think it's Shocker. Pretty sure it's Shocker. Either way, there's a lot of good villains in this game. Sadly, no Venom. Just there's the Venom suit, but there's no Venom. Oh boy, that was close. I knew that. Yep, and I knew that was going to happen after. Yeah, so they rely on the best villain. What's wrong with that? It's like saying Sonic relies on Robotnik too much. Ooh, power up. Oh, no, you were right, it is Big Wheel. Holy freaking Christ. It actually is freaking Big Wheel. I do not remember this. There's a lot of great villains to go through, and then there's Big Wheel. What the frick? I cannot believe it. And he's actually like impossible to beat. Or that's supposed to be Doc Ock in there. I really thought it was Shocker. Shocker must be somewhere else, because I know you fight Shocker. This is ridiculous. I don't even remember much about this wheel thing. Oh, I'm trying to kill the turrets. Oh, this is really annoying. Oh, this seems reasonable. Oh, God dang. Not even a health power-up underneath, actually. It's not a health power-up, but oh, I'm dead. Right. I was actually trying to see if that was a thermal suit. Not playing that level anymore. Let's go to the museum. Maybe it's Shocker's museum. Pesky ninjas. Maybe this is Hobgoblin. I'm actually not sure. I am really out of practice in this game. I did not know Big Wheel was in this at all. I don't think Black Cat's in this, but then again, I didn't think Big Wheel was in this. And again, it would make sense for her to be stealing from the museum. I forget how this all ties into Mysterio. Somehow all these villains are working with Mysterio. We'll never get that far. I don't need to really worry about that. Mysterio's a pretty good fight. I have beaten this game. He's actually not that hard, but he's a little interesting. I know Electro's in the game. I'm pretty sure Scorpion's in the game. And I think Shocker's in this level. But I thought Shocker was in the last level. I can't freaking beat these people. There's like at least a couple more levels we haven't seen yet. Power Plant has Electro. Actually, Electro's pretty easy. Just avoid the electric attacks and hit them. I thought I saw the power up there. Freaking Big Wheel. What does that do? Just give me more. It just gives me another thing of web. Alright. Not quite the power up I was hoping for. How is that ninja not dying standing on the fire? That's BS. Oh my god. Alright, there's nothing else I need out of this door then. Try this door. I don't know where these artifacts are, but I'm not seeing them anywhere. There's some suit you're supposed to get in one of the earlier levels. It's supposed to make you less immune to all the bullets, or more immune to all the bullets and crap. There's just no way to fight all this. Oh god, thank god that ended. Alright, that's it. I cannot right now with this game. But it's not a bad game. It's just not a game you play at the very end of a retro request party. That was a pretty good one. So, as always, I'd like to thank you guys for tuning in. Strap and Spider Octi, most of all, but also the other 2 or 3 people that tuned in on occasion. I saw you in there lurking, maybe, don't know where, but appreciate Strap's random jokes as always, and Spidey's support. So thank you for watching Retro Request Party, episode 18. Until next time, and there'll probably be some other games. I might go back to Bulletstorm soon, but until next time, well, you already know the drill. Bye-bye. See you in episode 19.